Hey guys, I am live. So I'm just gonna wait to see if anyone comes on. This was kind of last minute, maybe 2 hours ago. I was like, hey, let's do it. So I'm just gonna wait to see if anybody pops on. And if you do, just say, hey, tell me where you're from, tell me what you're doing tonight, all of that good stuff. Let me know. And if you can hear me, let me know that too. So I'm just waiting. Make sure. Can you guys, if anyone is there, can you guys hear me? So I'm just gonna keep waiting. Just let me know when you guys get on. It's Thursday night, fun time for crafting. I'm super excited, a bit nervous. This is my first chat, so I'm kind of nervous. We're just gonna wait a couple minutes. If you guys can hear me, let me know if anyone is there. Hey guys, can you guys hear me? I'm going live for my first time by myself. So I'm feeling excited and a little bit nervous. So if you guys are here, just let me know, say, hey, what's up, where you guys are from, what you're doing tonight besides watching this. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to see if anyone gets on. Got someone saying hi. Actually, that's my son. I asked him if he would make sure it's working, and he did apparently. So we're just gonna wait a few more minutes to see if anyone else hops on. And then we will get started. Oh, and there's my husband saying hello. That's cute. Let me know where you guys are from. If you guys have any fun plans for the weekend, that would be fun to know about. Oh, there's my daughter. She popped on. So apparently everyone can hear me, which is awesome. We'll just give it a couple more minutes and then we'll just kind of go from there. I'm gonna give it another minute and then I'm just gonna get started. This is just kind of a last minute. I've been planning on doing lives, but this is last minute for today. So I just only shared it a couple hours ago, so we will see if anybody but my family hops on. Either way, I'm just gonna make this card and we'll do it. Oh, hi Belinda. First time to catch my live. I'm so glad because this is my first live, so I am excited that you are here. I'm just gonna wait maybe another minute, see if anyone else pops on. And then we will just get going on this card. I wanted to say I'm super excited. Like I said, this is my first live, so I have a lot of nerves, so just bear with me if I act like I've never made a card in my life, because, you know, sometimes when you're feeling nervous, you totally forget what you're doing. But, okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and flip the camera, and I am going to get started. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I got the Simon Says Stamp card kit for August and have not been able to play with it yet. And this is the Toadally Unfrogettable, and it's so cute. I mean, look at these cute little frogs that you get. And so I thought it'd be fun to just make some cards, make one card with this tonight. I also want to say I have a partner in crime in my craft room. It's our African gray parrot, and she's really loud, and I'm so sorry. She might start talking because she thinks I'm on the phone. So I'm going to be doing some masking with this stamp set, because when in the card kit there is no die, so I'm just going to do some masking to get a cute little scene card with this. So I have my images laid out, and what I like to do when I'm masking is to lay out my scene and kind of overlap the stamps of the ones that are going to be in the front of the card. So as you can see here, this is overlapping this frog, because I want to stamp this first before this frog. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of close my MISTI down on some of these images and get these all to the hook to the top of this. And then I'm going to do some stamping with this. Yes, I will have to show up my bird sometimes, because she's a lot of fun and she's kind of crazy. Oops, hold on one second. Let me move this down just a little bit. That is kind of overlapping. We don't want that. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to ink this up. And just push this down and get a nice good impression. Now, something I did ahead of time is I already did the cutting on my masking, because that takes so long, and I didn't want to waste time with that on this live. So once I get these stamped in place, let me ink this up one more time. I really want a good image on these cute little frogs. I just think this stamp set is so darling. My bird's giving kisses if you can hear her. Okay, so now I have, here's all the masks that I cut out. And they are, some of them are really tiny little, because I'm kind of crazy that way and feel like I need to cut all the little pieces out. So I stamped this. Can you see? It's kind of bright. There we go. So I stamped this, and if you've not ever done masking, you want to cut inside of the black line, and that helps to not give you like the white halo around your image. So when I'm laying this down, if I did it correctly, you will notice that it's kind of inside of the black stamped line, which is really what you're wanting to go for. But you just have to get it lined up right. This guy is going to cause me a problem. Okay, let me try this one more time. This time I think I will get it. All right. What I'm using Simon Says Stamp masking paper. I've never used any other, but I know that this one is really good. So that's why I like to use this one. Where did that other piece go? Aha. Also, when you're masking, something to remember is the little tiny lines, like the antenna on the bugs and things like that, you do not need to trim around those, because if you're stamping that on the background paper, you are not I'm going to need to mask around it because you're not coloring it in with anything. So like for these cute little foxtails, right? No, these are not foxtails. These are, my brain is drawing a blank of what these are. But I don't need that long stem because it's just going to be stamped on there. On this back image, I'm not coloring it in, so I do not need to mask it off. But I do have these little pieces here that I need to put on there because we have another frog that's going to be just a little bit behind this cute little piece. Cattails, yes, that's what it is. Thank you, Belinda. I'm thinking foxtails. No, that's the horrible thing that gets between your dog's toes, where we live anyways. It is not a fun thing. The only thing with these masking paper is sometimes you just cannot get that release paper off of the back. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp my next frog, and then I can finish masking the rest of these images. So I want this cute little guy to kind of sit right here, and I don't know if I want his eye covered or not. I think we're just going to have a little bit of his leg covered. So I am going to move the rest of these stamps off of the MISTI. Oh, I'm glad that tip helped, Belinda. Yeah, I've done it. I mean, I've not cut it right. I mean, it happens. And if it does, obviously don't stress about it. But if you cut on the inside of that line, then you're not really going to have an issue. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp this next cute little frog. I used to think that masking was really stressful until I laid my stamps out kind of in order of how they're going to look on the card, and that is really super, super helpful. Okay, so now we've got that cute little frog right there. Let's get this frog back here because I want to stamp one more set of cattails, well, one more little image of cattails behind him because I think that's going to be super, super cute. And then I'm also going to be doing some ink blending for the background, so I will need a mask for every image. If I had a die cut, I would absolutely use the die cut. But at the same time, I really do like cards that are the one layer that are with masking because I think it's super pretty and it's kind of a different looking scene card. But I am a die cut kind of girl. All right, let me see if this guy's going to give me a hard time or not. So Belinda, how is the weather where you are? Where are you actually, if you feel like sharing that? Where are you from? Where are you watching from? Oh my gosh, someday I'll get this off. Okay. Oh, he's crooked. Oh, my friend Marisha is on. She is the one who got me out of my comfort zone. Her and I did a live last week. She's got this great card swap live that her and I did that she does, and I was a guest on it, and that was way too much fun. Oh, hi Louise. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I'm going to do this little cattail, I think right here. Most of it's going to be covered up by that frog, but that is totally fine. And that was so not a pun on purpose. You're in Texas, Belinda. It's very hot. I believe it is very hot. It's been kind of hot here too. I'm in southern Utah. And it's definitely been on the warmer side this week. Okay, you know, I don't have a mask for this one. It's over here, but I can use that. When I'm done inking one section, I'll just remove it and put it onto the next one. So no big deal. So let me just mask off these next two, or these last two, excuse me, little images. So see on this cute little ladybug, I didn't worry about masking off her antenna because it doesn't actually matter. Yes, I can't wait either, Marisha. You know, I have this little bug here and I just want to get this off, but we'll see if it works. I think this is a super cute stamp set. Oh my goodness. One more try and then I'm going to give up because we can just color this little bug in over the ink. Because it's not fun trying to watch someone peel something back for like 1,000 years. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, I got it. Yay! This is so ridiculously tiny, I can't even believe that I cut it out. Okay, so now I'm going to just take this out of my MISTI and let's do some ink blending. Now in that card kit, it has this cute stencil for a slimline, which is really fantastic. And I want to do, I think, 2 layers of water. So I'm going to come in, and I just want to tape this in place a little bit so it doesn't wiggle on me. But I want to come in, and I think this little bottom edge is so cute. So let's put this in place. If I actually get it taped down to my desk. And then let's come in. I'm going to use Mermaid, Lagoon, and Chipped Sapphire. So I think I want the bottom part to be a little bit, oh, you know what? Hold on. Back up. Wrong. Hold on. Almost made a huge mistake. Let me ink up first these cute little lily pads underneath. We need a big one. Underneath our frogs. That would have been a horrible mistake. If you guys see me doing something that's like outrageous, please let me know. So we're going to have this under here. And so I decided I'm going to use 2 colors of green. I'm going to use Rustic Wilderness and Mowed Lawn. So does anyone have any fun plans for this weekend? I know we just had that 3-day weekend here, and I just feel like this week has gone super fast. We are just going to be relaxing, and I'm going to tape this up really quick. Not doing much. We had to do some house projects this past weekend because we're refinancing our home, so we needed to do a few things to it. So I kind of don't want to do anything this weekend. What do you guys have going on, if anything? Oh, that's a cute little lily pad. I'm going to come in with some of this Rustic Wilderness. I'm going to clean my brush off on a rag in between and just kind of give a little bit of shading. Oh, I like that. I think that is super, super cute. Ooh, relaxing weekend for Marisha. Yes, this week has gone so darn fast. Oh, look at how cute. I love this. All right, let's get this little frog sitting on one too. I'm going to do the same thing with the Mowed Lawn and the Rustic Wilderness. I was looking up what color green these lily pads are because I had no idea. And they kind of come in different colors of green, actually. Okay. Cute, cute. Let me just clean this up really quick, and then we can do what I originally had planned on doing first. I think I'm right. I did get a little bit of green right there, but we're not going to notice that once I have this this water on. I wish I was at the ocean. I My husband and I just a couple weeks ago went for our anniversary to Laguna Beach and stayed in a hotel on the ocean, and it was oh so fabulous. Okay, now I'm going to come in with the chipped sapphire, and I'm going to be careful over this little lily pad. I'm going to try to just kind of ink around it because I don't want to have to do another mask for that. So I'm just going to come in. Can you guys see? My hand's totally in the way. I keep saying totally, and it's not on purpose. So I'm just going to ink this up down here. Got a little bit on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I like this long stencil. I just think these slimline cards are so fun. I think sometimes it gives you a lot of real estate, which can be overwhelming, and sometimes it's perfect for what you are needing for your project. Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, someone's doing a photo. Louise is doing a photo shoot. Donna is having a birthday. Well, happy birthday. Jennifer. Hi from Dallas. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for stopping by. This is my first live. I was saying that at the beginning, so if I act like I've never done a card in my life before, it's because I've got nerves. But I'll get over it. It'll be all good. Okay. So now that that's kind of washed off and dried off, I'm going to go up one more. And I think I'm going to have it right kind of even with that lily pad. But I'm going to slide it over so that way the waves are not in the same spot. This time I'm going to tape it down. Then I'm going to come in with Mermaid Lagoon, and again just kind of work around this lily pad, but other than that I think it's pretty easy. Cute, cute. Oh, Jennifer, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all of you guys watching. So far, this has been a lot of fun. As long as this card goes well, we'll all be good. Okay, let me lift this up. Okay, that's cute. What I'm going to do is, because this is a little bit like too much of a difference, I'm going to kind of go over it, go over that chipped sapphire with the Mermaid Lagoon just to kind of soften that crisp edge, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm already liking that better. This looks like these little frogs in the front are in the deep end of the pool is what it looks like to me. All right, let me just wipe this up really quick. And then we're going to do the sky. I thought I don't want to do just a blue sky. I want to have like almost like a sunset. Like these cute little frogs are just hanging out, having a good time. And that is kind of my plan. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, so I got a little bit of ink or something right there. I've got this eraser, a Tombow Mono eraser. That is fabulous. It just kind of helps take off the stuff that you made the mistake of getting on. All right. Let's do this cute sky. Now I know this guy is kind of floating. How I picture him is like maybe this leaf is hooked to a little plant or a tree and it's just kind of hanging over the water. That is kind of how I imagine this to be. So for me, he's not floating out into space. So I was saying at the beginning of this live, I did a live the other day, last Saturday, with Marisha. She's on here. She is The Diary of Belle Rose, and we had such a blast. That was my first live, so she got me out of my comfort zone. You guys need to check her out because her card swap little series is so cute and so much fun to do. Yeah, this card kit is super cute. I just haven't got to use it, so using it now is perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start with some squeezed lemonade at the bottom here for this cute little sunsetty cloud kind of sky. We're going to go with that. Let me go down here a little bit more. That piece of tape keeps getting in my way. All right. I'm not going to worry about wiping this off in between because I'm going from yellows to oranges, so less work without having to do more work, if that makes sense. Okay, dried marigold. I love dried marigold. This is one of my, I'm a teal girl. I love teal, but dried marigold is absolutely a beautiful color. What is one of the favorite colors you guys like working with? Let me know. I'm going to kind of go this way. Add a little bit more here. Okay, then I'm just going to come in with the carved pumpkin right here at the end and just add a little bit darker at the top. Oops. And I'm being careful when I'm inking, when I'm going over my masked stuff. The masks really does hold, but oh, I like that. That's super cute. But I'm trying to make sure I don't lift up the edges. Ooh, okay. So Jennifer says tattered rose and squeezed lemonade is a fabulous combo. I have never tried that. I am going to have to try that because that actually sounds gorgeous. Okay, let me get this cleaned up. And then I think we are ready to peel back the masks, which is always fun and exciting. Now, you could do this two ways. You could do it the way I'm doing it, doing all the background first and then coming in and coloring. Or you could stamp and color your images kind of first. I don't like to do that because what if I mess up on the background and then I just spent that whole time coloring? That is just awful. So okay, so Belinda says, sorry, I knew I had that kit, but couldn't find it, but now it's found. Awesome. They are great kits. I used to get Simon Says stamp kits all the time. I've just not had time to do them, but I need to. Okay, so we're getting some of our scene here. Oh, I forgot to put that one on. Or it came off. One of the two. But that's not a problem. Got that cute little lily pad down here, the little bugs. I love peeling this away. It's so satisfying. All right, let's get this cute guy. And I'm going to do some Copic coloring. And I will really try to be quick about it. Because I don't want to be here forever, although it is fun. So I'm a little bit tired tonight, you guys, and I'm sorry. My daughter had a seizure in the middle of the night last night, so you know, you're awake for a while, you're not super with it. So today has been kind of interesting. But I'm glad I've been able to get on here and do this. Oh my gosh, look at these cute little images. He's still got stuff stuck on his toes. Okay. So this one I didn't really cover up, but it didn't really matter because I'm going to be coloring this green and those are going to be brown, so it doesn't actually matter. I do save my masks if I don't rip them apart, Belinda, but I ripped them apart right now, and so no. Oh, thanks, Donna. You're so sweet. Oh, Jennifer, yes, she's fine. I mean, the last month and a half, she's had some seizures about every couple weeks, but prior to that, it's like once a month, and she is okay. She has epilepsy, and that's just kind of part of life, I guess. Okay. I'm going to color my frogs with YG25, YG17, and YG67. So I'm going to try my best to look at your comments while I am coloring. But I'm going to lay this color down. I think these frog images are so, so cute. I like the size of them, that they're super large. And I don't have any frogs in my stash. I mean, I might have a little tiny frog from one of the stamp sets from Lawn Fawn. But other than that, I don't have any frogs in my stash. But I just think the size of these are so darling. So like I said, I'm gonna try to color this fast. I don't know, do you guys like to watch coloring? Like, is that a satisfying thing to you? It's no fun to have seizures. It's been years for me. While I was having them regularly, and it's just awful. Oh, yeah, Jennifer, I am so sorry, but I am glad to know that you haven't had them in a while. It's not fun, and it's definitely not fun to watch someone have a seizure either. That is pretty rough. My daughter's first seizure was actually on a ride at Disneyland. It was on the Grizzly River Run. She had never had a seizure before. I mean, when we look back now, she was having like different kinds of little seizures, but she had a grand mal, what they used to call a grand mal, on the ride. So that was interesting to say the least. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate you're doing great. Jordan, my daughter's on here. You're sweet. You're sweet, Marcia. Oh, coloring does bring joy. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Okay, so I'm going to come in. I lay down my light color. I'm going to come in with my darker color and make this darker shadow. And I am just not a girl who does like where the light should be. I'm not that good. And at the same time, I kind of don't want to have to think about that. That's too much work. Are you guys like that? Are you guys that detailed and that awesome? Because I am most definitely not that. I like to just kind of color how I like to color. And Copics are my favorite medium. But I do like others, but Copics tend to be my favorite. Okay, let's come in with the YG17. I'm going to kind of go over that darkest and blend out a little bit further. And we're going to get these cute little froggies all colored. Belinda says, when my daughter was in first grade, a classmate had one in the lunch line right in front of her. It scared her badly. Yeah, that's no fun. I remember being in elementary school, and I don't even know, some show was on TV. I'd never known about seizures or anything like that, and just watched the show, and literally the next day at school on the playground, some sweet little girl was having a seizure, and, you know, because I had seen it, I was actually aware of what was happening, but pretty scary. But now my daughter's had so many where I'm not scared anymore. Now we're kind of like, we kind of joke about it actually, because we kind of are a teasing family and we kind of joke about everything. So if there's something wrong with you, you better believe you're going to get made fun of. And it's just kind of how we deal with stuff. So we just kind of laugh about that stuff all the time. Oops. Oh my gosh, this frog is turning out so cute. I'm going to try not to be so picky about my coloring, because when I do like my regular process videos, I take a really long time to color, and I'm not going to do that today. I hope anyways. We'll see. All right. Then we'll come back in and color his eyes. And I know in that kit it has some googly eyes, and I don't know. Should I put googly eyes on this? What do you guys think? Okay, so this is not my best coloring, but we're just going to go with it. Maybe when I get off the live, I will go back over and do more coloring on the frogs. Good to be able to laugh about the serious things. Absolutely. Thank you, Marisha. You're sweet. I appreciate it. Belinda said, oh yeah, that was traumatic for her. Okay. Yeah, we lost her shoes when she had the seizure in Disneyland. Like, I don't know where they ended up, but we didn't have them when we left the hospital. I'm not even sure we had them when we got to the hospital, actually. It's kind of interesting. We were on the water ride and actually had to finish the whole ride. They could not get us off, and that was pretty awful. But I will say my youngest son at the time was so sweet. He hated that ride, number one, and he hated if he ended up going backwards down the ride because it could kind of turn you around. And he was so sweet that he was just like, oh, we can go down backwards. It's okay if we can just get off this ride. It was kind of funny. It was funny when we look back at it now. It was not funny at the time, but it's funny now. Let's see. Googly eyes, yes. Okay, so I think everyone is saying googly eyes. Okay. I don't think I've ever put googly eyes on any of my little critters on my cards. So I think that will be super, super cute. Okay, so I'm a girl that likes to eat food. So I'm going to ask, did you all have anything yummy for dinner, or are you eating anything yummy now? I had some tacos for dinner. I love to cook, so I like to know what people are eating. And I like to eat, so I like to know what people are eating. Oops, I forgot his little feet. I love how these little frogs are sitting. It kind of reminds me of my dog. Our little, we have a little Frenchie named Gizmo, and he sits so funny sometimes, and this frog kind of reminds me of how he sits. He's just kind of a crack up. Ooh, eating watermelon. Ooh, chicken wings, hamburger steak, and green beans, pistachio ice cream. Oh my gosh. All of that sounds fabulous. Do you guys like to cook? Or does somebody else cook that for you? My marker is starting to dry out, actually. I haven't had watermelon in forever. All right, one last little frog. I'm going to use this other end because I think this marker is starting to dry out. I feel like all my markers are starting to dry out, which is not good. You know what I'm going to do? A salad and soup earlier. I'm going to do this differently because my marker is drying out and I don't think I have a refill for that one. So I'm actually just going to come in with my dark first, which I know a lot of other people do this too. So cute. My husband really enjoys cooking, which I'm so grateful. I don't enjoy it at all. Cooking is only a necessity to me. Yeah. And Belinda doesn't like to cook. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like to cook. I love to cook food. But I think it's because I love to eat food. So I want to eat something yummy. Like my husband tries. He's really good at making lasagna, and he's really good at making scrambled eggs. But I don't want to eat scrambled eggs like every day of my life. So, but he's good at picking up stuff too. I absolutely enjoy cooking. This past weekend I made my husband wanted a peach cobbler or a peach crisp or something. And I wanted something with a spice cake, which is really weird because I'm a girl that just really loves chocolate anything. And I just was like, well, let's just combine everything together. Let's see. Louise says, I won't say I like it, I won't say I hate it, but I simply have to be in the mood to cook. Yeah, I could see that. I could totally see that. But anyway, so I baked a cake that had like components of the crisp and it was a peach crisp. It was a bourbon peach crisp actually, and it was so yummy and delicious. Okay guys, I'm gonna keep, like I said, I'm gonna go fast on this coloring. So it's not my best coloring, but I'm gonna let it go. I am gonna come in though and add some darker highlights around there. Or I mean shadows, not highlights. What's your favorite food to eat? I really love chocolate. I really love Mexican food. Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm a retired teacher. Okay, Belinda says I'm a retired teacher, so when I was working, I said I worked all day and couldn't. Then in the summer, I was on vacation. Totally makes sense to me. That is so the perfect excuse if you don't feel like cooking. Okay, so I'm going to come in with a different set of greens, G43, 24, and 94. And I don't remember which one is darker. Let me just double check here. Okay. And I'm going to use these for the other greens in the card. On the card, not in the card. Oops. And see right here, I didn't line up my mask, so I have a little bit of that halo, which you can come in and fix with the ink. You can fix with a marker. That works too. I'm just going to color over where I ink blended on this. I'm not going to stress about it. Not done yet. This card has a ton of green, so I'm going to use a pink for this flower at the bottom. And then the little bugs will be a different color, just to kind of keep it out of that green. I think what helps too is having the sky being different rather than just blue and the water being blue. Okay, I'm going to color around these little water droplets. And we'll color this guy too. So I think that will add some other color to this card. Not that I love green, I think it's beautiful. Belinda says I like to just eat about anything that someone else cooks. I have been less into cooking lately. I mean, I love it, but I've been so tired that I just haven't wanted to cook a ton. But I have my moments where I'm like, okay, let's cook this crazy meal. I still love cooking. I'm just so tired that I'm not cooking as much as I would like to be. Okay. I just think this little frog is so darling, sitting in this little leaf hammock. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a leaf hammock. And I just think he is so cute. I would like to be laying in a leaf hammock, I think. Come back in here. Louise says, I can't wait to see how this turns out, Miss Joy. I have to sign off and pick up my son from work, but everyone have a good night and continue to stay safe and blessed. Thank you so much, Louise. You too. Drive safe. And I'll see you on another live. Okay. Let's blend this out with that lightest color again. Is everyone super excited about stamped timber? Like, do you guys totally look forward to it? And are you buying things? More color, okay, let's see. Jennifer says, just thought of a couple more color combos I love. Tattered Rose, Abandoned Coral, and Seedless Preserves. Ooh, yeah. Also Victorian Velvet and Aged Mahogany. Ooh, really? I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds gorgeous. Glad to see you do that one. Now it's hard to figure out. See, that's a hammock. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it is a hammock. That is what I'm going to go with. Adding a few more darker shadows down at the bottom. I like to kind of have that contrast when I'm adding my Copic markers. That's why I will come back after we're done and just kind of add more of that for the finished card, because I really kind of like that contrast between the darkest and lightest color of the Copic markers, but that's just me. Okay, finish blending this out. Let's see. So you do stay up till, okay, to see the new release. Belinda says, haven't purchased yet. I have too many florals already. There has been a lot of florals. Oh, so, okay, Marisha says they had a sneak peek of a release tomorrow. I might have to give it a purchase. I totally forgot to watch the live this morning. Yes, I check it at 10 o'clock my time every night. I got my computer on my desk and I'm ready to buy if it's something good. I think stamped timber is so much fun. I'm really excited. I can't say who it's with or when or nothing because it's super secret, but I am working with a company that has a stamped timber release that I get to make something for, and I am so excited about that. But I can't say. You'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so I'm using RV55 and RV66 for this pink flower, and I like this pop of color. I've seen some of the flowers when I was looking online to like what color lily pad was, and there was some yellow and white flowers, but I just felt like that was just going to blend in too much, and I just felt like it needed a little something else. Okay, then we've got, oh, I'll finish coloring those in a second. You know what, let me do that now. Let's color these cattails. Okay, let's see. Belinda says it's sad that some people made some really nasty comments to Gina K because her design sold out in 4 to 5 hours. I did not hear that. That is awful. I barely caught the Gina K release. I was driving, ended up checking it at like 3 a.m., placed my order, and it was sold out a few hours later when I got up. Wow. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, this is my first year of doing anything like that and for stamped timber, and so I about died when the opportunity presented itself. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yes, I will. I think Gina K, I think her stuff always sells out. Anytime I've seen her live release stuff, I mean, her computer system goes down, and I'm not saying this in a negative way. She is just that popular, and I know that her and her husband or whatever got bigger servers or something, and you know, trying so hard, and I think people just need to be patient and understand that everyone is doing the best that they can. You can only make so many products, I think, you know. Oop, I went outside my line. Not good. Let me grab my blender really quick. I go outside of the lines more than I care to admit. So I like to just come in with the blender and just kind of push it back. And sometimes you have to do that a few times. Or I have to do that a few times. Belinda, that's so exciting to get to design for a company. Yeah, I feel very, very blessed to be working with some companies, and absolutely a dream. When I started doing cards, I remember seeing like blog hops and things like that and being like, how the heck does that even happen? And how do you even get on teams? And then all of a sudden it just started happening. So I feel very blessed. And okay, you know what? I didn't even finish coloring that. Why am I struggling? I'm struggling because I'm tired. Let's finish coloring. You guys are probably thinking, we're never going to watch a live again because this girl does not know how to make a card. I promise I do, just not today. All right, let me finish adding this stuff here. All of a sudden I'm like, what is wrong with those cattails? And I will fix this line. I'll find a marker when we get off of the live that kind of matches, and then just kind of blend it. But that's because I didn't line my mask up super great. But if you go slower and take your time, that's not even an issue. Okay, let's see what everyone's saying. Okay. You know what? I need a blue really quick. I like to do a teal. I think I'm going to do that for the water. I'm going to do BG 11 and 13 for these little drops of water. So it's just a little bit lighter. These are some of my favorite Copic color markers right here. Oops. Wrong end. I think this is turning out pretty cute. Okay, let's color these little ladybugs. I'm using C5 and 6. I like to use these color markers when I'm wanting something black. And normally I go a little bit darker, but I want her to be a little bit lighter. All of a sudden I forgot what a ladybug looks like. How funny is that? Do they have white spots? That is hilarious. Oh no, they have black spots. Okay, that makes more sense. All of a sudden my brain went, what is happening? Okay, I've got it together. So I'm gonna do the little black dots. We've got 2 of these cute little ladybugs. They're so darling. And then we'll come in with the red and give these guys a little color. I like to add little cheek detail to some of these little critters, like with a pink marker, but I really can't on this because obviously of the dark nature of the cute little ladybug. And I think I'll color this little bug probably pink to kind of bring more of that pink up here, which I think will be really cute. So I'm using R37 and 39. I like this red combination. Normally when I'm coloring images, I do the 3 colors, but these are little, so I'm just going to do 2, just for the shading. Oh, I like that pop of color. I think that's fantastic. Let's see. Jennifer says, I I colored one of the ladybugs and did it backwards, black body with red dots, and I couldn't figure out why it looked weird. That's so funny, Jennifer. Oh, there are ladybugs with... Oh, okay, my daughter says there are ladybugs with white spots. I'm assuming that's pretty rare. That is so funny, Jennifer. That makes me laugh. You're like, what the heck is wrong with my ladybug? I feel like that's something I would do recently. I'm going through menopause and I'm 44. I don't feel like that should be happening yet, but apparently it does. And I cannot think to save my life. My brain is fried all the time. And my family laughs at me about the things that I say and can't remember. But who knew? Who knew that was going to be a symptom? Okay, let me get the pink. I'm just going to color this guy light pink. And I'm going to color the wings that little blue. Or that teal that we just did for the drops of water. I like that for wings too. I'm trying to keep my hands out of the marker. Hopefully I haven't ruined my card. Okay, super, super cute. Let's get the sentiment in here. I think we're doing pretty good on time. I think I looked at it. Jennifer says, I think I looked at it for a full minute trying to figure out what was wrong with it. It did make me laugh. Yeah, that's funny. Belinda's, yours started at 42. Mine actually started at 43. I am so sorry. That is no fun. So I'm praying that I'm not the person that's going to last for like 10 years because it has been interesting to say the least. Okay. Oops. Let me get out this sentiment. I'm going to use the Unfrogettable because I have my stamps out everywhere. I want to say, you're totally unforgettable is what I want to say. So let's get this on here. And I think I'm just going to do black ink because I think that's going to pop on this card. So let me, sorry if my head was in the way, you guys. I'm trying to just make sure I'm straight. Are we good? I think we're good. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm going to come in with just some black ink and stamp this sentiment. Belinda says, I'm 59 now and everything was great once my plumbing was removed. Yeah, I bet. I bet. I think it's kind of mean to be going through menopause and still having periods. I just think, what is wrong with the world that has to be what it is? Okay, I'm going to stamp that again. I'm just using a cloth. You can tell it's all inky. But I just use that to get a good adhesion. Adhesion's not the word. Some good pressure. That's the word. Down. Oh, I love that black sentiment. Okay, let's come in with the You're Totally, and I'm going to line that one up. Let me just wipe this off real quick. Move that out of the way. Now it's going to say You're Totally, and I'm going to do that in black as well. I am totally digging this cute little scene. I will get this picture up tomorrow. It's dark here and I don't have enough good light, but I will get this picture posted on my Instagram tomorrow. I feel like I did that right. Am I right? 1, 2, okay, I think we're good. All right, let's ink up this guy. Oh, I love it. Don't let me forget to do the googly eyes. Your coloring looks amazing. Thank you, Belinda. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad it's turning out good. Okay, I'm going to try not to stick any of my fingers in the ink. Now, something you could do is trim this down around the sides and put it on like a white, a white card base, and that would give you a matte. But I think I'm going to leave it this huge, big scene because I think it is so, so cute. Okay, so something I love to do, I'm going to come in with my white gel pen And I love adding highlights. Also my black glaze pen because I want to color in his eyes, all these little frog's eyes. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to really make sure I don't put my hand in it, but this makes their eyeballs pop. Come off of there. And I love this. I think when this is done, I will add some white to it. Sorry, I have something on the end of that. So cute. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. You guys, I'm supposed to be putting googly eyes. Yes, I finally see menopause, you guys. This is what's going on in my world. Hold on, let me grab the googly eyes really quick. This is why I'm special. Wasting the time doing googly eyes. Well, but now you know you could color them like that and then add some white dots. Okay. And then I will do the white highlights. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I feel like this guy needs like really big ones. Is that the same size? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Maybe they all need to be the same size. I kind of feel like, oops. I don't like that you can see. Does this guy need to have bigger ones, do you think? This guy right here? Let me know if you feel like he needs to have bigger eyes. Because there's like these huge eyes. I don't know. Where is the other big one? Those were too big. Are those too big? It looks like he's wearing glasses. This is cracking me up. That's my bird laughing. Did you guys hear her? She's so funny. I feel like these are too big. What do you guys think? I kind of don't love that. Yeah, I think I have to go a little bit smaller. Those were a little out of control. Big eyes. That one is too big. Yeah, I think so too. So how do these eyes look before I glue them down? I mean, I think they're all the same size. Do they look right now? Let me get all these back in while I'm waiting for you guys to tell me if it's a go to glue these down, and then we'll add some highlights, and then I think we're done. Let me get all these back in the bag. This is the first time using googly eyes, and I'm loving it. Okay, while I'm waiting to hear from you guys on that. Looks great. Big eyes, looks great. Okay, let's go for it. I'm using the Barely Art glue. I have a lot of liquid glues that I like. And you can get fine tips for any of them. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Oh my gosh, how cute. But this is a good glue. I love Lawn Fawn's glue. I love Honeybee Stamps glue. I've heard really good things about Gina K's glue, but I've never used it. Okay. Yeah, my bird thinks I'm on the phone now, so she's going to start chatting. Oh my gosh, those are darling. Okay, let's come in with the white gel pen. This is where I like to just really add tons of highlights. First, I'm going to come in with my Copic marker and add some dots to these cattails because I think it makes them look like they're textured, which I think makes them feel a little bit more realistic. So there's that. Belinda says Gina K Connect is a good glue. I'm definitely going to have to try that. Okay, let's come in with the white gel pen, add some highlights. Oh my gosh, these frogs are cute. For these petals, I'm actually just going to add some dots to these, which I really like to do on flower petals, I think. It's just me, but I like it. Just gives a little something something. Okay, let's add some highlight to this leaf here. Oh, you know what? I'm going to come in with the black glaze pen for this little ladybug and this little bug over here. I'll let that dry for a second before I touch it, and let's put some highlights on this little bug. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Trying not to put my hand in anything. What's everyone saying? Okay. We're almost done, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to give this little ladybug some little freckly cheeks, because who doesn't love a freckle? That's cute. Okay, so now for our little frogs here. Let me add the noses, the little nostrils here. These frogs kind of remind me of my French bulldog. The shape of his face kind of looks like. There we go. And let's add some to this cute little body. They're just hanging out together, being cute. And on this little frog here. All right, let me get my card base and we will adhere this down. And I think we're good. Let's see if I can get this straight. I struggle every time I put a card panel down. So my plan is, guys, to do a live every Thursday night, as long as it's a good time. See what I say? Didn't I say I was going to have a hard time? Let me trim that off. I plan on doing a live every Thursday. I will announce it on my Instagram. And if for some reason there wasn't one, that's where I would say. But my plan is this time every Thursday. Let me get a blue marker really quick and show you how I fix that. That's kind of a deep dark marker. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use the... I'll find a marker in a little bit because I got to test it before I put it on. Okay, so this card is done. I think it turned out pretty darn cute. What do you guys think? Marking my calendar. Thank you, Marisha. Where do I decide to put the white highlight marks? That's what Belinda asked. You know, I kind of... That one I kind of do think, where would something hit some of it? It's not always that way. I just kind of am looking, if I put one here and then I put one here, you know, like on this guy, I put one here and here, well then I feel like I kind of need a third one over here. I don't even know how to describe how I do it. I just start in a couple spots and then I kind of, whatever feels right, if that makes sense. I think you just have to go with how you feel about the card. What feels right when you're putting it down. I don't think there's really a wrong way, other than I wouldn't go super crazy as far as too many highlights. I've done that and then it's like, what's wrong with your image? But some of them, like I said, some of them I think, you know, like at the top of the head makes sense to have a highlight. But other than that, I don't think there's really any rules for it. So, but yeah, I like how this card turned around. I'm going to flip me around and I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss any comments or anything like that. So. Okay, here we are. Okay, let me look and see. Jennifer, you love the scene. Thank you so much. Goofy Disney Freak, which is my daughter. I love the eyes. Thank you, Marisha. You're a sweetheart. Jennifer says, if you put your card in the corner of the MISTI, you can use the edges to help put the panel on straight. Just line the panel up in the corner to lay it on the card. That is a good idea. because I swear every single time I have to take it off and put it on again. I don't know what my problem is, but that is it. So that is a great tip. Thank you so much, Jennifer. And if I don't remember that, remind me the next time we do a live. Thank you, Donna, so much. I appreciate you watching. Belinda says, okay, so there's not a certain place like the coloring part has. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's just kind of wherever you like it and however it feels to you. Thank you, Belinda. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this live. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking my camera. I will get better at this. I will have a better flow. And so I just want to thank you guys. And again, I plan on every Thursday. Again, I'm going to announce it on my Instagram. And I will do that. If for some reason I had to cancel, that's where I'm going to put it. And it's at Create It With Joy. That's my handle on Instagram. Donna says, I joined late, so I'll have to rewatch the masking part. Cute card. Thank you. Belinda Wars, I use my scoreboard to put my base in the corner and line up the panel. Yeah, and that's what I do too. Sometimes I still kind of get them crooked, but what are you going to do? Marisha, thank you. Marisha is my inspiration. She made this the first time so easy. So anyways, I'm going to let you all go, and I appreciate you so much for watching, and I will have more regular videos, of course, on my channel, but I will see you guys here next Thursday for the next live. Have a wonderful, wonderful night and a really awesome weekend. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm so glad that you watched. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.